Hello and welcome to this Game Pit Stop for Death Note Confrontation, a game designed by Ronan and Mandy Goddard, published by IDW and based on the Death Note graphical novels. It's a two-player asymmetric game in which one player is going to take on the role of Kira, who has taken the Death Note notebook and they write down the names of criminals and instantly kill them off via supernatural powers, and the other player will be Detective L, looking to hunt down Kira before they make too many kills and law is broken down entirely. At the beginning of the game, Kira is going to draw one of these suspect cards and flip it over, and that's going to tell them what their home territory is. In this case, it's suspect P. They'll open up their notebook to a map page, and on the map page they will note where their home base is. In this case, it's P, and they'll also take this grid and mark a 5x5 grid around there, meaning that's their local area where it's easier for them to make kills. Then, for each round, the first thing that's going to happen is that Detective L is going to reveal a lead card. Now, this has nothing to do with the map at the moment. It's a simple case that both players are going to choose where they wish to visit, L trying to guess where Kira is going to go to make a kill. There are different types of kills, and different types are worth different numbers of points to Kira, and Kira is attempting through the two phases of each round to score a total of 15 points before L guesses who they are, and the shooting is worth more than the stabbing in this case, but they're going to try and double bluff each other and work out where they go. Now, in the case that they guess differently to each other, like here, then Kira does get to make a successful kill, and they're going to score that number of points. Nothing happens on the map, and they add it to their total. So this will be 2 points for getting the shooting. Now, let's say, for example, they guessed the same. What happens there is that L actually gets to take one of these suspect cards, and they have got the same map as the Kira player, and they simply flip this over, and they'll find out that this is a card that is definitely not Kira. In this case, it's suspect M, and they can mark that on their own map and say, right, they are out of my investigation. Whatever's happened on this round here, we're going to move on to the next phase, and that's the night phase, in which Detective L releases news of killings, and Kira can choose to go out and try and kill one of those killers. So they simply roll the dice, they see what types of killings have been committed this day, and then Detective L chooses numbered areas on the map with the correct type of crime and writes them down and announces them to Kira. Kira then chooses one of those criminals to go out and kill and will score points equal to whatever their crime is, 3 for a bomber, 2 for shooting, and 1 for a stabber. Now, the thing in this is that during the course of the whole game, Kira can only make 2 regional kills. That's kills outside this 5x5 grid they initially marked when they found out what suspect they are. Now, when they declare that they can't make a kill, it's a quiet night, it means they've used up their regional kills and all the numbers declared by Detective L are outside of their local area, giving Detective L a lot of knowledge as to who Kira might be. However, if there's ever a third quiet night in the course of the game, that is an instant win for Kira. If we don't have a third quiet night, Kira checks the number of points they're scored. If they've reached 15, that's an instant win for them. However, if they haven't reached 15, Detective L gets to choose if they're going to make their one guess as to which of these lettered suspects that Kira actually drew at the beginning of the game. If they do make their guess and they're correct, that's how Detective L wins. If they make a guess and they're incorrect, unfortunately, that's an instant win over there for Kira. They've escaped the clutches. Now, this is the Chapter 1 game. There is also a Chapter 2 game, which involves a much busier map. It also means that Kira has to get to 20 points in order to win, but there can be fewer quiet nights. The other thing about it is there are different lead and suspect cards. When we get on these lead cards, if, in this case, Kira had managed to successfully go here and evade Detective L, they would earn apples, which they mark down here on their map, and they can use them to bribe Ryuk and get special one-off powers in the course of the game. However, there are also different suspect cards, and when Detective L collects them, they earn stars, and equally they can mark those off on their intel tracker, and they'll get different one-off powers during the course of the game. However you choose to play it, Chapter 1 or Chapter 2, that is how you're going to play Death Note Confrontation. This has been a Game Pit Stop. For more videos like this, check out our YouTube channel. For more in-depth coverage of gaming, please check out the Game Pit podcast. Thank you.